True. All right, I'm gonna come take away the pretty view and put it back on me. So, all right, quite a little bit less pretty of you. Nonetheless, it is me. And today, I wanted to talk to you about work-life balance and other crap you've been sold that steals your happiness and your success. I spoke about on one of these broadcasts very recently, actually, about how we no longer live in a post-industrial age. That where we live now is very much an entrepreneurial age, a time where we are selling information to each other, we're sharing knowledge with each other, we are a digital age, but we're also, more than anything, we are an entrepreneurial age. We are out of the post-industrial revolution, and that's part of why the education system is so crap. It's because the education system is set up for the post-industrial age to help you get a job. God forbid, a job. Yeah, to help you get a job, just over broke, rather than being entrepreneurial and being out on your own. When we had jobs were a lovely thing. When we had jobs meant that you had a job and somebody paid you to be at that job for a certain amount of hours, and you got to be pretty much miserable during your time at the job. Now, you happily were miserable, whatever that means, eh? How's that? You know, you'd be willing to be miserable because if, at the end of the period of time, you know, at the end of your time, you got paid a paycheck, and people work for a paycheck in order to have a lifestyle. As I said, the days of jobs have gone. We are now out of the post-industrial age. We are now in the digital, information, and entrepreneurial age. This is a very different world. So, here's what I want you to give me a yes if you are an entrepreneur or you want to be an entrepreneur. Because this is what I'm talking to you about. Even if you're presently working in a job, if you are entrepreneurial, so you might be doing it on the side, if you are maybe in your own business already, or you want to be, you're in a job, you're not doing anything yet, but you want to be an entrepreneur. Tell me, just give me a yes if you're an entrepreneur. Yes, Lisa is, for sure. Who else? Tell me who else is an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, come on, give me a yes. I need you to communicate with me. Let me know. This is not a one-way, this is a two-way. We are having a convo. Craig, yes. Own the transfer studio. Cool. I don't know what the transfer studio is, but I like the name. That's pretty cool. Very good. Who else? Entrepreneurial. Who else among us here is an entrepreneur or entrepreneurial, working for yourself or wanting to work for yourself? Come on and tell us that. Because here's the thing, why I'm bringing this up is very often, you know, a lot of the people I work with, as you know, are leaders. Mara is good. A lot of the people I work with, as you know, are leaders. Now, I work with leaders from all kinds of environments. Some of them are indeed corporate CEO type leaders, yes. But many of them are high-level entrepreneurs. They're doing all kinds of great stuff in the world and making a difference and leading in all kinds of ways. And in the video that I did very recently, I talked about the 3 Ds of leadership and talked about how leadership is not just for CEOs, but that we all have to be leaders in our own lives, and that's very important. So, here's the thing, as an entrepreneur, you are a leader. And as a leader, you've got to understand that you are not going to be playing by other people's rules. Now, we were having breakfast this morning with a friend of mine, Tom Dutta, who is a mentor guide to CEOs also, and we were discussing with him and his wife about how certain jobs, you know, the corporate gigs, they ask you to color inside of the lines, and I'm not very good at coloring inside the lines. In fact, my wife was saying that if there are lines, I'm allergic to them. That might be true. So, here's the thing. When we had jobs, when we had the JOB thing going on, all of us, when we were part of that world, we went to work, we did jobs, and you only did extra hours, or quote, overtime. You did, as it was called back in the day, you did overtime because you wanted to earn some extra money. You wanted to gain some extra money, maybe for your holidays or for some other special occasion, your kids will get married or whatever it was, and you happily went to work to get the extra money to do the thing. And that was about work, so the job, which was work, and then was separately was your lifestyle, right? So you went to work to provide for a lifestyle. That was the model. That was the model we grew up with. You go to work to get paid to afford a lifestyle. Here's where it's different. In the world of entrepreneurial, in the digital, informational, entrepreneurial age that we live in now, it's very different, and I'll tell you why. Because now, your work and your lifestyle are not separated. In fact, I will tell you this, that if you are an entrepreneur and you're not hustling, you're not an entrepreneur. You're just not. If you're not hustling, you're not an entrepreneur. If you're doing 40 hours a week and you're an entrepreneur, you're going to be out of business very, very fast. That's not the world of entrepreneurship. That's not how it works. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should do 90 hours a week every single week for the rest of your life. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get across to you is this. Hustle and entrepreneurship go together. So how does this work with this idea of work-life balance? I'll tell you how it goes. Because in a job, most people went to work in jobs they did not like. They were miserable. And because they were miserable in their jobs, when they came home from work, they were looking for some kind of work-life balance. So they were looking to do something else. They were looking for some kind of downtime from the job. Does this make sense? So you needed that work-life balance because you had to get away from the crap that was called your job and how much that would suck out of your life, so you needed to do something better, something different, something that would chill you out. In the world of digital entrepreneurship, this is about you tapping into what it is that you already have a passion for and then finding a way to monetize that, to commercialize the very thing that you love. So think about what it is that you love. Think about what it is that you enjoy. Think about what it is that you know. What do you have expertise in? Because here's the thing. How do you define an expert? You know, the way we used to define experts, thank you, good to know it makes sense. The way we used to define experts was like this, that you went to school, you got a PhD, or you got some other kind of degrees, you went up the yin-yang, whatever it was, or you did 40 years in a career. That's not expert anymore. It is, kind of, but there's other kinds. So let me give you this. I want you to think about what it is, and I mentioned this in a few other broadcasts, but I want to come back into it. What is it that you are obsessed with? What is it that you just love learning about? What is it that you just, like, you know, as soon as it comes on a video or someone's talking about it or there's a book around it, you're the first to grab it. What is it that you get obsessed about? What is it that you can't help but you want to learn about? What is it that you are always looking to know more about? What are those things for you? Because here's the thing, there are people who want to know about the very thing you already know about. You are already an expert because you know more than somebody else. And as we teach in the Authentic Speaker Academy for Leadership, your job is to serve the people who are 1 to 3 steps behind you. Not the ones who are you know, equal to you, not the ones who are ahead of you, not the ones who are 1,000 steps behind, but you're there to serve the people who are 1 to 3 steps behind you. That's all they need to be. So anybody who wants to know about whatever it is you know about. So let me give you an example. One of our regular viewers on these broadcasts, somebody who's going to be on my show very soon, is a real hustler. Her name is Lisa McDonald. You see, she's always the one who puts the smart-ass comments down the side there, right? Now, what is Lisa? I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, thinking about it at the expertise level in the traditional sense of thinking, I don't know if Lisa has any degrees. Maybe she does. Maybe she has a PhD. Maybe she worked in the banking industry for 150 years. I've no actual idea. Don't know. Known Lisa for a couple of years. Don't know what Lisa does. But what I do know is Lisa knows how to hustle. She's an entrepreneur. Lisa has 2 radio shows. She's written a bunch of a bunch of books. She is always out there hustling. She's doing book signings. She's meeting people. She goes to events. She's spoken at Harvard. You know, she's doing all these great things. She's constantly hustling. So, whatever her previous expertise are, that's very nice. It's wonderful. Fabulous. Congratulations, all the rest of it. Who cares? If you want to know how to hustle, if you want to know how to be a success, if you want to know how to get out there in the world and be noticed, if you want to know how to start a radio show and take it from absolutely nothing to a mega success, maybe contact Lisa, because she can show you how to do that, because she already has the expertise. You get this? She didn't go to school to get a degree in broadcasting or any of those things. Maybe she did, I don't know, but I don't think she did. But what she did was, she has now got the expertise of her hustle. So what is it that you hustle in? What is it? Now, when I say hustle, not necessarily work, it's an obsession. It's something you need to know about. It's something you want to know about at every possible turn. That when you see a show on it, you see a video on it, you read a book on it, it's like you got it, you can't help, but you want to talk to people about the very thing that you are obsessed about. That, my friends, is your entrepreneurial drive. And listen, there is no work-life balance with that. It doesn't exist because it is an obsession. So the people who are saying to you, listen, you need a better work-life balance, let me just tell you who they are. In case you're wondering and you're thinking, well, maybe they're right, maybe I'm out of balance. The people who are telling you you need a work-life balance are people who are going to work and who are freaking miserable. That's how they justify it. That's how they justify this whole idea of work-life balance, because they need a work-life balance because they're going to work and it's not particularly fun and they're looking for someone else to balance it out. That's why they tell you need a work-life balance. You don't need a work-life balance. My life is completely, totally out of balance from a point of view. It's freaking Sunday afternoon. I'm doing this, right? This is my work. And I love it. I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying this. I love sharing with you. I love your communications. I love all those hearts that you keep touching on the side there. That's really good. Give me the thumbs up. Tell me if you're getting this. This is good. If this is making sense to you, hit those buttons down the bottom. Come on. I'll wait for you. So you can tell I've not got Botox in my eyebrows. Come on. Give me the hearts there. Give me the thumbs up. Tell me if this is making sense to you. Good for you guys. Thank you. This is good. Keep them coming. That's great. You can do them right over while I'm talking. It's always fabulous. Thank you. Work-life balance is something that belongs in a different era. It's something that belongs in an era of a post-industrial age where you go to work in a job. There is no work-life balance. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's only for people who are miserable, and then they need to balance that out by going and doing something else. But if you're loving what you do, what is there to balance out? People say you work too hard. How can I work too hard when I love my work? Listen, I can tell you clearly, I used to be a workaholic. Now, do I work less hours now than I used to? Absolutely not. I work more hours. But what's the difference? Is I'm loving what I do. Back in the day, I didn't. Hey, how are you? We got a visitor here. You want to say hello? Say hello to everybody. What's your name?
Enzo.
What's it?
Enzo.
Enzo, like Ferrari.
Yeah, Enzo Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari, that is pretty fantastic. And what do you do?
What I do?
Yeah. Do you work?
No. What I do, I build stuff.
You build stuff. What kind of stuff do you build, Enzo?
I build,
Come here a bit.
I build houses.
You build houses?
Yeah, and stuff.
Wow, that is so awesome.
Lego blocks.
With Lego blocks. What do you want to do when you get to be an adult?
I'm gonna walk.
You're going to walk?
No.
Work?
Like construction.
Construction?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll really enjoy construction?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think you'll want to work lots and lots of hours?
Yeah.
And do it all the time and have a good time and have lots of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell them. Go to work and do good things and enjoy, have fun. Tell them.
Have good walking. Tell you.
Right. Okay, give them a wave and say hi, folks.
Hi, folks.
Okay. Thank you, Enzo. Good seeing you. Are you going to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Enzo.
Bye.
Bye. How was that? Special guest. Special guest on this, the live Baron show. So, coming back, guys, there's no such thing as a work-life balance if you love what you do. And bottom line is this: if you're going to work and you're hustling and you're exhausted, you need a work-life balance because you're not doing what you love. Now, you might be doing what you love, but you've not found a way to do it in a way that you love doing it. So that's also a possibility. There's another side to that. Sometimes we're doing something, but we're not doing it from a place of loving it. So it's possible to be following the right path, but using the wrong vehicle. But that's another video, and we'll do that another time. I'll touch on it here. You could be on the right path, meaning you're following something you're passionate about, that you're obsessed with, but your vehicle is poor. The one you're using is just, it'll slow you down. It's not really getting you there. So the whole idea of a work-life balance is really something that people are going to tell you who are miserable. They're not really having a good time at what they're doing. And if you're loving what you do, every day is a great time. You're having a good time doing what you're doing, and you should keep doing it. And the people who are telling you that you need more work-life balance are the people who are pretty miserable. So, you know, if you're going to listen to people about work-life balance, then look at the people who are doing the kind of thing that you want to do, the people who are loving what they do, and ask them. Honestly, I've never met anybody who is truly, truly happy at their work, loves their work, who talks anything about work-life balance. They don't even understand the concept. They don't. All right. Has this been useful? Has this been valuable? Has this helped you? Has this given you some insights? Has it given you some clarity? If you want to give me thumbs up, if you want to give me hearts, that would be great. And if, you know, aside from that, please, this is what the commentary is about. Tell me what you got out of this. Tell me what you've learned out of this. Tell me how you're going to apply it. I really would love to know from you. You share with me. So yeah, Kat says it's been useful. Kevin says hi. Hi to everybody. Good. Pat, Allison, good to see you. William, good to see you. Kat, Marit. Let's have a look over here. Got a bunch of you on here. It's really hard to see. The sun's in my eyes, so it's hard for me to see the comments. I'm going to move because I want to actually hear what you have to say. Tell me what you've gotten out of this. Tell me how you're going to use this. Tell me how this has impacted you. Because I know so many of you have talked to me about this. Okay? Pat says she loves these live broadcasts. That's great. Thank you, Pat. I'm really glad you do like them. I actually really enjoy doing them for you. Even though it's my Sunday, and it's totally outside of the work-life balance. You know, but this is, you know, part of who I am and part of what I love to do. I love to share my knowledge. I love to inspire people. I'm obsessed with getting people clear on who they are and what it is that drives them and makes them be successful. Getting them in touch with the things that really, really turn their crank, whatever that means for you. Like, I'm obsessed with these kinds of things, and so it is pure joy for me, and I really, really wish that for you. So I'm getting close to signing off here. I'm going to say goodbye. I want to thank you for being on the show, and as always, share the show with everybody you know. Kat says, I've lost my passion since having brain aneurysm, so I need to spark and find what my passions are now. Well, okay, let's start there, Kat. Let me help you. First place I want to say is, listen, you don't have to go looking for your passion. Ask anybody who knows you, anybody who you're around on a regular basis, what do I seem to be obsessed about? What kind of things do I talk about? When I speak, when do my lights go on? If you ask people those kinds of things, they will tell you what your passions are. Then you just got to look at, how do I commercialize that? How do I turn that, monetize that? How do I turn that into a business? Because you know things that other people want to know, and this is the age of doing just that. All right, let's have a look what Craig says. You have reinforced that which I already know. Right path, wrong vehicle. Good, excellent, great to know. Good stuff, Craig, fantastic. Merritt, I know I want to hang out with some more entrepreneurial types. have some, but want more. I highly recommend that. Listen, you can't talk about entrepreneurial things and be in the space of entrepreneurialism and thinking about being more entrepreneurial if you're hanging out with a bunch of people who've got jobs. Because listen, I'm going to say this. This is an important piece. I want everybody to grasp this. Human beings, every single one of us, are looking for validation of our reality. It's not me, it's not you, it's human beings. Okay? How do we do that? How do we validate our reality? Well, we look around for other people who are a lot like us and we say, see, I'm right. Now, if we see other people doing something, and here's where it gets tweaky, right? See other people doing something else and they seem to be quite happy, and if we're feeling a bit miserable, we're going to go looking for more people who do what we do so we can justify our misery. Instead of going, hold on a second, these folks are a lot happier than I am. I'd like to be that happy. What the fuck are you doing? I'd love to know what you're doing. We don't do that. So you've got to, as Lisa just said, you've got to be able to find your tribe of people who will get behind what it is. Everybody's looking to justify their reality, so they're going to tell you that you should be doing what they're doing. And what they're doing, nothing wrong with it. If it genuinely brings them joy, fantastic. Listen, you've heard me say this 1,000 times. I will probably say it 10,000 times more, and that's this. The only true measure of success is joy. It's joy. That's it. You've got to have enough money to feed the cat. You've got to have enough money to do the things you want to do. But the bottom line is, you've got to have joy at what you're doing. That's the ultimate measure of success. So pay attention to who you're listening to. Pay attention to who you're speaking to. Don't ask the homeless person for financial advice. Don't keep asking your friends who've gone through 20 shitty relationships for relationship advice. That one blows me away. How many people go, oh, I don't know. They go talk to their friend who's useless at relationships. Come on. So listen, don't go asking people for entrepreneurial advice. Don't go asking people for whether you need a work-life balance who are stuck in a fucking job. Come on, that doesn't make any sense. Ask the people who are joyous at their work, at whatever it is they're doing. Whatever it is that they're doing, ask the people who are joyous, do they care about work-life balance? They'll tell you, it doesn't matter, there's no such thing. Yeah, I know, I had a bee on my collar. It's all right. I'm not scared of bees. All right, guys. Dov Baron, Full Monty Leadership. And listen, if you want to catch more of this, I've got my videos up on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Dov Baron, Full Monty Leadership. You can find more about me at fullmontyleadership.com. And listen, the broadcast is coming up. The marathon. I'm going to be doing this, yes, this, for 12 hours straight. Yep, 12 hours straight. 12 hours of doing this. 12 straight hours of answering questions. Speaking to you about everything to do with leadership, because you know what? I want to kill the keynote. And that's what you got to search under, kill the keynote. Okay, so go into Facebook and put in the top, kill the keynote, and you'll see that page. Click on that, and you'll be notified when we're doing the 24-hour broadcast. Yes, I am mad. Of course I'm mad. Completely insane. 12 hours of live broadcasting, 12 hours of live answering your questions. Get over and search it out, kill the keynote, click on it, like it, and we'll send you the updates, and you can be part of it. You can answer any questions you want, and I will answer them. Because everything is personal and professional, and all those things are all tied together. There is no separation. It's all leadership, personal leadership first. All right, Dov Baron, Full Monty Leadership. Stay curious, my friends. Stay curious about what you can get so obsessed and excited about that you don't give a shit about work-life balance, because it's all a great time. All right, Dov Baron. And I'm out.